Welcome back to GT Network. I'm Kian and I have my co-commentator Larson here. Tonight we're going to have some great racing in the Universal iRacing Cup Classic race. We're going to see some great strategies here at Indianapolis. Lots of tire saving and big battles. Larson?
Today's weather is partially cloudy at 79 Fahrenheit. The track temp is going to be 104, and the winds are coming from the northwest at 12 miles an hour.
Well, before we get started here, before qualifying, I would like to bring up the points. Zachary Trevino is our current leader in points, with Max Ford trailing right behind him, as they're trying to have a big battle right now in the preseason, as some news has actually come out too in the Universal iRacing series with Sky High Motorsports. If I'm not sure if it already got disbanded, but disbanding soon due to many drivers leaving and making their own team. As we currently see in practice, Zachary Trevino has our fastest time here. He's definitely a favorite to win, as he has been running. His average start, I think, is 1.87, while his average finish is 2. So anything under than the top 5 today will be really bad for him. Larson, you got anything to say?
No, I'm just excited for qualifying here, see who's going to be taking it.
Yeah. Well, we would like to know, what do you think the tires are going to... What's the effect of tires here? Like, I've run races here, many people have ran races at Indianapolis. They know Indianapolis takes a toll on tires. What do you think drivers can do?
Most definitely. There's not a lot of banking here, so it's really going to be eaten at the tires here, the trucks at least. I'm not really sure how it's going to come into play. Only run a couple laps here on this track, so I don't have a lot of experience. But Zachary, he's got a lot of experience here, and from what he's told me, tires will definitely come into effect here, because this track just eats up your tires every lap. So it's going to come down to whoever is saving their tires the most.
Well, as you mentioned, the weather could also be a factor here, definitely on what line you'll take through. Definitely Indianapolis here is a one-lane track, so you could probably see some people wanting to just try to go single file off to start, save tires, and hopefully at the end are able to push all the way to first place. As we actually see a kind of surprising second place right now, Hector Collazo 3. He's not really a front runner, or he doesn't really make UIS starts, but it's great to see him here. Great to see him pretty high up. And yeah, I think we also have Chad Tubala. I think this is his first Cup Classic race tonight, as he had some controversy from Daytona. He had a lot of wrecks. I think he also got a penalty, but he's back for his debut Cup Classic start, because that was in Hyperdrive. So do you think, I know it's a bit early before qualifying, but who do you think your pick is, like, from what you've been seeing in practice?
Most definitely it's going to be Zachary. He's put in a bunch of laps. It's gonna come down to the top 3 here. Zachary, Hector, and Bobby. They've definitely put in the time and effort to laying down some good laps, so it's probably gonna be one of those 3.
Yeah, but don't count out that once the first 5 laps are dropped, it's gonna be a huge spread out line. It's gonna be so hard to pass. Those restarts, any caution, any initial restarts, they're all gonna be like the initial start. Everything is gonna be very important, because if you mess up one of them, your whole race will be ruined. So I can't wait to actually see strategy. Other tracks here, like we went to Richmond, not much strategy there due to many cautions. Daytona, of course, just being a super speedway. This is going to be our first time to see true strategy. It's going to be a chess game, basically, to see when your opponent's pit. And there's going to be 5 seconds left of practice, as we're ready to start qualifying here. As Jackson Brown will be leading us off out of qualifying in that number 10 subway machine. He's taking it slow out the start. He needs to get some speed for sure, but he taps actually the grass a bit there, but he also doesn't want to just wear his tires, giving him a bad time. So he's coming out on the back straightaway. Really long track too, as we have forgot to mention. Very long track. Big moves could be made. Jackson Brown coming out of 3 and 4. He's going to have a huge run here on the straightaway. He's sliding all the way to the inside. He is breaking the draft on nobody. He crosses the line. This is his first time lap. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left to qualifying. Already 1 minute and a half has gone by. Jackson Brown flying through the short chutes into turn 2. As he's running really far from the wall. I know many drivers tend to due to wall drag, but I feel like that's a bit too much. He's in turn 3, entering the short chute, getting right up to that wall. And exiting 4, right beside the wall. He's going low. Oh, he's in the middle of the tracks. He's coming to his second time lap. Let's go look at somebody else. Let's look at Hector Collazo here. He just crossed the line. Jackson Brown with the fastest time. Maxwell Funderburg beats that time. As Hector Collazo is starting his first time lap here, right near the wall. As some people might be cheesing here, that could be the strategy around here, to cheese it. Hector Collazo flying down the backstretch. As he's exiting 4. Let's see what time he'll get here. This looks like a fast time. Hector Collazo with pole position right now, 52.4, but there's still 1 minute 40 to try to beat his time. Great line through there, all the way to the backstretch. Really trying to maximize speed on the straightaway. Zachary Trevino with pole position now. Just barely edging out Hector Collazo, less than a tenth. Hector all the way beside the wall. Let's see, does he approve? No improvement there. Oh, right into the wall. Let's see Zachary Trevino. Oh, and it looks like his qualifying laps are over. Peter Hoppy, I think, is coming to his final time around. He's currently in 3rd place. Let's see if he could try to get pole here. He's 4/10 behind Hector and Zachary, though, as he is diving out all the way into the inside. And there is no increase of his position. 28 seconds left of qualifying. And no one else is on track for qualifying. So, from what you've seen there, Larson, what do you think, like, Who do you think is the winner? Who do you think will be the winner?
I think it's all going to come down to track position. Um, and who has? Oh, I can't say that online. Yeah, it really just comes down to track position, and as long as you can maintain your speed, not scrub off too much.
Yeah, you could clearly see it in qualifying. There are many. The only people that didn't really scrub off speed were Zachary Trevino and Hector Collazo, while Peter Hoppy, well, he's a great driver, of course, but these other drivers, they scrub off a lot of speed in those exits for sure, or even entering the corner, while they could take the corners faster. But remember, it's not really about your speed. It's definitely about how much positions you can make on the start and then saving your tires and maintaining your positions. As we're starting to line up here, folks, ready for the green flag to be dropped. So who's your pick to win now after qualifying has finished? Hello?
Oh, sorry. What was you saying?
Sorry, who do you think is gonna be your pick to win tonight?
Zachary.
Zachary? See,
Yeah,
he gets
most definitely. He's running a whole tenth faster than the field, so
yeah, he is definitely a favorite to win, but personally, from what I've seen from other races, he does get pole position a lot. He has great qualifying times, but sometimes he struggles with pit strategy for sure and maintaining his tires, where Hector Collazo might be better at with a road course background. As they're ready to be pacing, pace lights off, pace car lights off, we're ready to go green this time. As Zachary Trevino is our pole sitter, let's take a look at the grid. Zachary Trevino is first, with Hector Collazo in second, Peter Hoppy in third, Maxwell Funderburk in fourth, Rex Rowe in fifth, Jackson Brown in sixth, Bobby Helms in seventh, Michael Deich in eighth. Let's take a look here. Riley Ibanez in ninth, Chad Tubala in 10th, Brian Shore in 11th, Nicholas Johnson, no qualifying time, in 12th place. Well, I'm actually excited to see now. We've gone to basically almost every type of track now. Well, Indianapolis is basically a super speedway. Well, not really, but super speedway mile-and-a-half combo. Definitely lots of drafting here.
very interesting track, to say the least.
I agree. As they're entering turn 3 during pacing. Drivers anxious, fans on their feet. What will we see here, folks? Zachary Trevino, he will be leading us off. He definitely wants to get a jump here on the start, that's for sure. As Zachary Trevino is leading that front row off, the pace of his car is coming in. As the restart zone is pretty far away, they're now going to enter that Geico restart zone.
Green, 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 green.
Green flag's out. Big jump by Zachary Trevino. Almost a second, many car lengths apart. 50 lap race here. Lots of racing to be done. Almost single file already. Zachary Trevino just flying down this corner. As it's already almost single file here, folks. But we could see Zachary Trevino trying to break the draft a bit. As Peter Hoppy trying to make a move here on Maxwell Funderburk and Rex Rowe. Falls back in line though. So we currently got a single file line here. Our top 3 is currently Zachary Trevino, Hector Collazo, Maxwell Funderburk. Zachary Trevino all the way into pit road. Oh, what happened? Oh, he might have gone black flag. Yeah, he might jump the start or something. As
wow,
we're
that's
gonna
be
try to get some word on what happened there. Hector Collazo, now our leader here, folks. Hector Collazo, I think this is his first Cup Classic start, or maybe his second one of this season. It's been fast during practice. He's been fast all week. He's a fast driver in general, and especially with a lot of road courses coming up, because you're going to probably see him in victory lane. Going to take a look more into the back of the pack here, as it's currently single file.
This is what I thought it was going to be more like, just single file, because you really can't make a pass on the outside just because of how the track is built and how the cars handle. And so now that Rico had to solve that, serve that penalty, it's really going to shaft him in later in this race. Just to maintain those positions, get back to where he started at, it's going to be a real challenge for him. I'm going to be wondering if he can pull it off.
As it's currently lap 3 out of 50, I'm wondering the same. He had to pit in on lap 1 for a black flag, or apparently, but he is 27 seconds behind the leader. So we could definitely, he needs to make up some ground, but that's gonna burn his tires. So we don't know. As Hector Collazo is still leading here, almost a second apart from Maxwell Funderburg. Maxwell Funderburg having a great showing currently in second. Rex Rowe also having a pretty good showing, with Peter Hoppy on the inside of him right now. Almost going side by side here, folks. Peter Hoppy on the inside, lunges in. Will he clear him? Yes! Maybe. He doesn't clear him. Side by side, still down the straightaway.
You definitely don't want to be battling too long, because it really does ruin your tires running that outside lane. So he's gonna make it stick on the outside though. He's gonna get the pass.
I just like to say Zachary Trevino just hit the fastest lap of the session, so he's definitely going as fast as he can to catch up. Peter Hoppy trying to make moves on Rex Rowe, but Rex Rowe defending. Rex Rowe, he's been a really good defender all season long. Peter Hoppy has definitely been more offensive, but Rex Rowe, he needs to just learn how to save his tires. Definitely, actually, many of these drivers need to know how to save tires. That's definitely what is an aspect that most of them can work on. Oh, and we have a truck in the back hitting the wall. Hector Collazo extending his lead to 1.5 seconds. Peter Hoppy has been on the move all race long. Let's take a look at Zachary Trevino, our pole sitter. Trying to push that car, but it might be hard to catch up with all the draft. Riley Ibanez was in pit road, now he's 2 laps down. Oh, and Peter Hoppy's trying to make a move on Rex Rowe. Let's see if he's going to make a stick. Side drafting almost down the straightaway. Peter Hoppy is going to try and make a move here. Let's see. He's going to stick it. Dives it in. And he clears Rex Rowe. And that 6th car of Bobby Helms almost clearing Rex Rowe too. Rex Rowe just letting them by.
Very well done there by Bobby.
Oh!
Following in Peter.
Sorry. Rex Rowe almost hit the wall there. Almost took out Bobby Helms there. But currently is back to single file racing. This is what Indianapolis is kind of known for. Hector Collazo almost extends his lead to 2 seconds.
As Peter and Bobby are trying to reel in Maxwell, as he had a good pull away from the regular pack here. Hector really just keep maintaining his lead, pulling away.
Yeah.
Every lap. I mean, it's very impressive.
Well, yeah, I agree. But Maxwell Thunderberg, let's see if he can actually catch up here. He could if he tries to push his car a bit more. But pit strategies might be coming in on lap like 10 or so, or 15. I'm not sure. But I'm not sure if we're gonna see many cautions here due to the spread out racing. As we got Rex Rowe and Pit Road. I think that wall definitely gave him a lot of damage. Peter Hoppy catching up to Maxwell Thunderberg. Peter Hoppy making moves all race long. Now he wants to try to go for second place.
I don't see very many cautions coming out for this race just because of how spread out the pack is. So it's really going to come down to pit strategy here at Indianapolis.
As currently, Hector Collazo makes his lead to 3.1 seconds almost. As Thunderberg and Hoppy flying down the backstretch. Hoppy's gonna try and make a move. He has the run there. Hoppy's lunging in. Is he gonna make the move? Yes, he will. He's sticking it under that white line. The most grip there is on the track. And he clears Thunderberg for second place. And Helms out of nowhere passing Thunderberg too. They're like a duo there. Hoppy and Helms, they're magnificent duo actually. They've been helping each other all race to just try to get past people. Now their next target is Hector Collazo. As we currently got our first DNF of the night, Rex Rowe. Currently, he did sustain some minor damage from hitting the wall between. Oh, and caution is out. Caution has been thrown. Let's go try to get a replay here, folks. Let's try to find where that caution is.
It is between Riley and Ched.
Riley and Ched. Oh, yeah. Let's show this stream here, folks. This is bad.
Ched was putting Riley there into the inside wall there.
Yeah,
I don't understand why they were battling.
And Riley just had nowhere to go, and he went straight into that 54. Tubala definitely getting penalties. This is what he kind of did in Daytona too. Let's get another look at that. He's not a big popular driver. I'm not sure what Riley Ibanez did to upset Chad Tubala like that. Let's take a look. Some contact there. Oh! Yeah, from that angle, it looks like it was just a racing incident. We're going to see what the officials think of that. This is lap 11 out of 50. As we're going to probably see some cars pitting in. Let's see. Hector Collazo going in. Everybody looks like they're pitting in. Oh, Jackson Brown, he stays out. Oh, I don't know if that's a good move. I don't know. What do you think about that, Larson? Do you think staying out was a good move?
It really just depends on if you're really confident about how your car's going to handle here. I doubt he can you know, hold his lead for a while.
I doubt he could
But
even. Sorry.
maybe in the long run for the fuel run, maybe. Just really depends. We're gonna see because if the whole pack pitted and him just staying out, I don't really see him having a bright future here at Indianapolis.
Yeah, I don't even see him having a lead after turn one. These tires are a huge factor. As Hector Collazo wins the race off pit road. Looks like he got 4 tires and is topped off on some gas. Peter Hoppy's in second place still off of the race at pit road, 3rd place overall. Jackson Brown, our new leader here in that number 10 subway machine.
Here comes everybody else to file in under this pace lap. What are your predictions here when we go green?
Well, I already see what's going to happen here. Funderburk probably is going to clear Jackson Brown. Or Hector Collazo, actually. Hector Collazo or Max Funderburk probably going to clear Jackson Brown. And Jackson Brown is just going to fall all the way probably to second last with those tires. Those tires are really old. As we see Riley Ibanez coming out of pit road after sustaining big damage. He's going to be a few laps down actually. As Chad Tubala is also in pit road for repairs. Funderburk looks like he's going to be our leader actually on the restart. Jackson Brown is going to be on the outside, not helping his case with those tires definitely. As those pace truck lights are off, we're ready to go green here, folks, again. After we saw a big single foul pack, and a long sprint. Sorry, a long few, like 11 laps.
It's gonna be that's a huge victory for Zachary here, as he is now at the back of the pack. Hasn't been lapped, so that's a good thing for him. Did he? I didn't see if he went into the pits or not. Did he go into the pits?
Yeah, he did.
So he just needs to pass all these drivers like he's already done before. So
yeah, so it's gonna be pretty easy for him. He is no stranger to passing like almost 10 people in like a few laps. But we'll see. Hector Collazo might give him a run for his money. Maybe also Funderburk, as the pace truck is ready to come in. Funderburk is our leader here, coming to the Geico restart zone. They gotta be careful of not jumping it. As the green flag is waved in the air, Jackson Brown, horrible restart on the outside line. Maxwell Funderburk clears both lines. Peter Hoppy flies to the inside. Hector Collazo trying to catch up to Funderburk in this corner. He's going to get a run here in the short chute. Hector Collazo. Oh, one car spinning in the back. Hector Collazo going for the lead. He clears Funderburk. Peter Hoppy clears Funderburk almost.
Side by side, drivers trying to choose what lane they want coming into this turn here. Peter and Max side by side. Can he make it stick on the bottom lane? Yes, he can. Max is going to fall back about 6 positions here. Very tough break for Max here.
Sorry, look at Zachary Trevino there. I believe that's 6th place or 7th. Oh, he's in pit road again. Oh, he might have gotten another black flag or something. I'm not sure. As Hector Collazo back as our leader. He's led most laps. He's had a great race. But Peter, he's been running second most of this race. He is ready to contend for that lead, especially with the draft he has. And after getting some fresh new rubber, he's ready to win. Peter Hoppy
Now,
pushing as hard as he can. Sorry, you could go ahead.
no, you're good. I don't actually think Rico got a penalty. I think this is part of his strategy here. Um, just not running with the pack, trying to keep his car alive for the end here. But I'm not sure what his end goal here is because he is pitting. He is
Yeah,
pitting under the green.
I'm not sure either, but
We're gonna
Hector
see.
Collazo, sorry, hits the wall off the exit of 4, giving Peter Hoppy, closing the gap to Peter Hoppy. Peter Hoppy right on the back end. But that dirty air is not really helping Hoppy there in the corners, but these runs he gets from the draft are insane. These trucks, the draft in these trucks are very unique. You don't really see these in that type of draft in other cars.
Peter is definitely giving Hector a run for his money here. You know, Hector pulled away so far in the last green flag run just because of the traffic that Peter and Bobby had to pass just to catch up to him. But since that restart, they've really been close together. So we're going to see here. It's going to be mainly probably be a battle between Peter, Bobby, and Hector here at this when it comes down to these couple final laps.
Well, I'd like to say that Nicholas Johnson, he hasn't been up here all race, but now he's running fourth, contending for a podium here against Bobby Helms. But we're going to see a move here. No, Peter Hoppy does not want to make a move yet. He's probably trying to conserve his tires as much as he can. As it's lap 17 out of 50, Hector Collazo being the most dominant truck this entire race. Let's take a look at Jackson Brown. He stayed out last pit cycle, and yeah, he has fallen. And Thunderbird too has fallen. Looks like he has sustained a bit of damage on his right front. Not sure how that happened. Might have been on that lap of the restart where he hit the wall. I'm pretty sure maybe, and that caused him to fall all the way back. Hector Collazo, still our leader, as the sun looks like is blocking. The sun is getting blocked by some clouds, making the track a bit more cold. That colder track, definitely easier to run.
Most definitely. A lot. The cars will be able to stick to the inside better as the track temp has now gone down to 98 Fahrenheit.
Well, it's kind of crazy to see that Peter is actually running up here. I'm pretty sure he got fourth maybe in qualifying. I wasn't thinking he was going to be a contender here for the win, but clearly he is running second, proving all the haters wrong. Let's go on board with Peter Hoppy. Peter Hoppy is starting to fall back a bit from Hector Collazo, clearly. I'm pretty sure well, to you, where do you think Peter Hoppy excels at? Like, he definitely excels in the corners here. Actually, yeah, he might be better at Hector Collazo in the corners, but these runs Hector gets are pretty big.
I'm not sure here because Hector is pulling just a little bit away from Peter here, lap by lap.
Yeah.
Peter really needs to start
Peter is
trying
having
a little
some
harder. I don't know.
Peter is having some troubles trying to get under that white line. We can see on that onboard that white line has the most grip, and
Caution's
drivers have
out.
been taking that all during practice, qualifying, and for most of the race, laying a lot of
Ooh.
rubber there.
Big wreck here with Chad once more.
Yeah, he's in pit road for repairs. Not really surprising.
Oh, he hit the pit entry wall and he's flipped. Um, kind of looked like he purposely tried to get a caution there.
Yeah, but currently he's in pit road for while Hector Colazzo, star leader. Oh yeah, and that caution is out. Sorry. From that flip, I presume. And we're gonna
Yes,
replay.
sir. It kind of looked like he purposely just turned his wheel left and then right. Ooh, it actually might just be overcorrecting on the exit there.
Take a look at this onboard. Oh, yeah, he's trying to save it and he's sliding. Horrible.
Tough break there for Chet as he's going to be in the pits for a hot minute because his truck is damaged.
Yeah, that was. Let's get another angle on that.
Might have just ended his race right there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was an overcorrection or looks like that was kind of on purpose too. But that was a wild ride there. Maxwell Thunderberg almost getting hit. Zachary Trevino actually barely threads the needle. Sorry, I forgot to change the scene there. Let's take a look at that again. As it looks kind of forced right there. You can see Thunderberg barely missing. Zachary Trevino not really letting off. As we're going to see who's going to be coming into pit road this time. Oh, sorry, next time. As pit road is still closed. Hector Colazzo, star leader, almost halfway done this race. And Zachary Trevino getting that wave around he wanted. Let's see if he's not going to pit in on the first lap of the restart and actually try to win the race.
Definitely another huge win for Rico here. He's going to be catching back up to the pack here. We'll see if he hits once again with the green flag. It's very interesting. I want to understand why he's doing that.
Oh, yeah, he's trying to save it and he's sliding.
Zachary is back onto the lead lap here. Very huge for him.
As I
Can
think
Hector...
many cars stayed out. I'm not sure if pit road was open that time, but it looks like a lot of them stayed out. How do you think pit... what's the current pit strategy right now?
Well, if Hector and Peter are confident about staying out and how good their tire life will be, and if their competition can't keep up, like we've been seeing, they might just pull away again.
And I need to ask you, did Zachary Trevino pit for rubber?
I am very unaware of that. I'm very sorry.
It's fine. As the pace car lights are off, their double file Our leader on the inside is Hector Collazo, and outside is going to be Peter Hoppy. Peter Hoppy has been running, has been giving, sorry. Peter Hoppy has been giving Hector a run for his money today. Let's see if he could try to get his first career win. I'm pretty sure. I might have to double check that. Or maybe can Hector get his first career win?
So not Bobby, sorry about that. Zachary has actually not pitted.
He has not pitted.
So
everybody in this field has old tires. I'm not sure if Jackson Brown pitted too. He definitely has the oldest tires in the field.
not sure. But it's going to be a very interesting restart here.
Yeah. As we're coming to lap 24. Definitely these worn out tires give a lot of tire spin too. Pace truck's in. Hector Collazo, our leader. Coming to the Geico restart zone. Green flags waving. Hector Collazo, Peter Hoppy side by side almost. Hector does not clear Peter. No shuffling yet. Hector with almost half a car length lead. Bobby Helms to second. Hector now starting to pull away.
As we see Rico keep on claiming new victims here, side by side here on that back stretch. He's gonna foul back in.
Oh, Jackson Brown a bit loose. As it's single file, but we got a new contender for second. In second place is Bobby Helms. It's been kind of a rotation here. Peter Hoppy dropping back to third. Hector Collazo in one lap, 0.6 seconds ahead of second place already. He has a bad fast car, but don't count out Zachary Trevino as he's trying to make his way up the field.
You can see just how much more he gets down in that turn. He goes over the white line compared to his competitors, which is giving him a competitive advantage coming out of the turn.
Yeah, I'm not it's definitely some there's multiple factors why sometimes people do not run that inside line, like dirty air or how much rubber or like battling side by side. But that inside line, once you could get onto it, it kind of just pulls you in and just gives you great grip.
Very true. Zachary was able to complete a pass on Jackson, which is going to put him into 6th place. He's going to try to make up some time here on the front pack as he lost it trying to battle here with Jackson.
As it's single file still, Hector Collazo, our leader. He's had a great race.
Very true. He has been dominating this pack for quite some time here.
Hector Collazo almost a second ahead now to Bobby Helms.
Rico is caught up to the driver in front of him. He's going to try to just stay behind him here, behind Nicholas here. Right behind him is Jackson. He's itching for a move here. Once again, diving it low.
Yeah, let's see that battle in the back between Trevino, Jackson Brown, and who is that? Nicholas Johnson. Those are the closest trucks in this entire field. Zachary trying to draft Nicholas Johnson. I don't know if he's going to make a move here. I feel like Nicholas Johnson is kind of holding up Zachary Trevino. And yes,
There we
Zachary
go.
Trevino.
Send it in.
Yeah, Zachary has just sent it in, but he can't stick it in. Nicholas Johnson's going to just prevail out of there. As we see Peter Hoppy now in 4th place. And we forgot to tell you, looks like Chad Tubala has DNF'd out of this race after a huge flip.
Yeah, very sad. He overcorrected and hit the pit entry wall. Very, very hard crash.
Yeah, that was scary. But it's virtual, so no one gets hurt. Anyway, we see a battle here. Michael Dyke. Sorry, we have not talked about him all race. He has been silently moving up this pack. That 81 machine. He is now in 3rd. He's trying to run Bobby Helms out for 2nd. This is interesting. You can see, like, once in a while, a car that's been running in, like, 10th place comes out of nowhere.
He might have been one of the people that actually pitted, so he might be on fresh new tires here.
Yes, that could also be true. Lap 30 out of 50. Hector Collazo, star leader, 1.7 seconds ahead of 2nd place.
Not a single foul this race.
Yeah, Michael Dyke trying to send it in on Helms. No, does not work.
Rico here. Sorry, Zachariah. Has moved up into 5th. He got the pass on Jackson there, and now he's going to try to reel in Peter. Oh, and Jackson's going to hit the wall there. Not sure if he got a bunch of damage there on his right side. We're going to be seeing it later here on, how it's going to affect how his car runs.
As not much movement in the pack as it's starting to string out more and more. But we'll be ready to see some green flag pit stops. Hector Collazo now 2.2 seconds ahead. That's crazy. Michael Dyke, I think he's starting to fade a bit. Those tires are definitely now falling off.
I'm wondering if these drivers have enough to make it to the end, or will we see one more pit cycle here?
I believe we'll see one more, actually. As Zachary Trevino, our pole sitter here, he's pitting in for 2 times extra for reasons we don't know yet. Currently running in 5th. Michael Dyke. Oh, he tries to send it in on Bobby Helms. Doesn't stick. I think he kind of taps him, and he falls back so much. Now Peter Hoppy could finally pounce on Michael Dyke and get 3rd. Zachary Trevino is just waiting for that all to play out so he can try to pass all of them and then try to get that win from Hector. As I think as we're catching up to a lap car of Jackson Brown. I think he definitely has some damage. He made a mistake on not pitting in.
Well, he also did hit the wall.
Yeah. Oh, and we see Bobby Helms into pit road.
As all the other leaders are going to be staying out. Very interesting decision by Bobby here.
Bobby and Nicholas Johnson in pit road. As we have a battle here, Zachary Trevino versus Peter Hoppy. Zachary Trevino easily clears into the short chute of turn 2. And he's going into turn 2, fully cleared of Peter Hoppy. Michael Dyke, still our second place driver.
Trevino is definitely a feared driver here at Indianapolis. And I know he's getting into Hector's head as he has made his way all the way up into third from last place. Very impressive here by Trevino.
Yeah, but at this point, Hector Colazzo, he is so far ahead, he could just cruise home almost. And Zachary Trevino takes the spoiler off Michael Dyke, but Michael Dyke was actually pitting in. Oh, he slides into the entry pit road. Oh, we don't know if he's sped or not. Zachary Trevino all the way from last to second. This is a great drive he's having tonight.
I don't think Michael said he was pitting in, and there was a little bit of confusion there. So
yeah,
we'll see how the officials handle that situation.
Yeah, that
could
was
have been a very scary situation.
Hector tried to pass that lap car of Nicholas Johnson. I think Nicholas Johnson is going to let him by clean. But yeah, Michael Dyke getting the wind off his spoiler a bit, trying to come into pit road, almost caused a huge accident. He might be getting penalized for not telling the other drivers that he is pitting in. And he might have sped too. We're not sure as Peter Hoppy goes into pit road. As Hector is almost 5 seconds ahead of Zachary Trevino. As we have less than 15 laps to go here. But that's the question. When is Hector going to pit? Well, as Hector is having some internet connection issues, Zachary Trevino, he's pushing that truck as hard as he can. That was some great racing a few laps ago, but now it's quiet now. And Zachary Trevino is pitting in. Same for Hector Colazzo. The leaders are pitting in. No mistakes here on pit road. A mistake here could ruin their entire race, and someone else could win. And now Maxwell Funderburk is our leader, as he's stayed out still. I think he's trying to run as many laps as he can on those tires and fuel, and then pit in, try to overcut them. But we'll see. See if Hector will have a clean entry for both.
Can Trevino win it off pit road here? It's going to be a battle between the top two contenders. We're going to see who wins this pit road race.
And Hector
is out.
Hector's probably going to still have like at least a 4-second lead. But Funderburk, our current leader here, let's see if he's going to pit in this time or maybe next time. He stays out. Interesting calls from his crew chief. As Zachary Trevino is now just exiting and entering the back straightaway, while Hector is entering turn 3. Still a huge gap between the two. Great strategy call by Hector. Let's take a look at Hector. At this point, tires do not really matter. Peter Hoppy, fastest lap of the session. That is unexpected here. That is unexpected.
The pack is really spread out now thanks to the pit stops.
Sorry, and Maxwell Funderburg in pit road. It looks like Hector Collazo is going to be our new leader. And I think the only person that deserves to win this race right now is Hector Collazo. Led almost every single lap of this race. He's had a fast truck. $11 to go. Zachary Trevino, fastest lap in the session now. As Jackson Brown is still in second, that's kind of surprising, but he's kind of on old tires now. Peter Hoppy is going to pass Jackson Brown almost. They'll lunge it in. I think Jackson Brown is just going to let him by. Zachary Trevino is behind those two. Just trying to push it. It's almost going to be 10 laps to go. Oh, it's going to be almost lap 40 out of 50.
Maxwell Funderburg is in the pits.
He's still in pit road. He's had a really long stop. He might be trying to get some optionals done. I feel like using a fast repair might have been a better option as he gets a lap now after being in first place for a bit.
Not ideal here for Maxwell. I think that might have just cost him his race here.
Yeah, that might have not been a smart move.
We'll just have to see if there's a caution here.
Zachary Trevino and Jackson Brown side by side down the backstretch. And Zachary Trevino cleanly clears Jackson Brown for third, but now he has to hunt down two drivers. He's 4 seconds behind Hector, but he still has one more person. He has Peter Hoppy to hunt down. Do you think he could catch up to the leader? I doubt. I think Hector might have this sealed. As we can see, the sun is kind of coming back out here in Indianapolis. This sun definitely affects some of the drivers' lines. Zachary Trevino and Hector definitely know how to run in all conditions, while other drivers such as like Jackson Brown or Bobby Helms or Peter Hoppy, they excel when it's dark, but currently this is not the conditions they kind of want, as they are kind of missing that white line with that grip there. Hector Collazo with a 3.3 second gap between him and Peter Hoppy. That's very, very long.
Yep, it looks like Hector's pit strategy might have won him the race here. We don't want to call it too soon, though. There could be a late caution here.
Yeah, you are
could
correct.
mess up everything.
You are correct. Hector, I think he was actually 4 seconds ahead out of pit road. They've definitely been catching up, but with how many laps there are left, it might just be sealed.
Now Hector is almost catching these lap cars. We're going to see if they have an effect on him. But I don't think he'll catch up to them, just because they're still like a good turn ahead of him. So I don't know.
As we see Zachary Trevino, he's trying to catch up to Peter Hoppy. He at least wants to try to get a second place finish. To try to, I think he's finished top 3 in every single race, but he needs those points. As I think he's trying to lunge in on Peter, and yeah, he does make that pass. His sights now are at Hector Collazo.
Trevino might be the only one that can catch up to Hector.
Yeah.
He's really going to have to push it here as we have 7 to go. Make that 6.
This is going to be interesting. Heck, they might have a battle at the end. We'll see here. But there's another factor here. The race clock. I think there's only 6 minutes left of the race of how much they have bought the track time for. So they could end this race prematurely. Or at least iRacing officials will.
I think they'll be fine.
We'll see. Hector Collazo just wants to, I think at this point, he just wants to maintain that gap. But even if he loses a bit of that gap, it's still a cushion for him. As we see a small little battle here in the back, Nicholas Johnson and Maxwell Funderburk. Funderburk is lapped, but Nicholas Johnson almost hits the wall. He puts the bumper to Funderburk there. I don't know if Funderburk is going to like that. He doesn't like when other people race him like that. Jackson Brown, he's just been... He's been at the height. He's fallen and he's come back up and now he's fallen again. He can't catch a break. Definitely his strategy earlier was not the best call, as we can see here. 5 laps to go. Lap 46 out of 50. As Hector Collazo is now catching up to 2 lap cars. That lap car up to 1. Brian Shore moving out the way 8 laps down. I think he was in an incident earlier to race. But that's kind of sad to see. Michael Dyke, I think he had to serve a penalty as he's almost going to get a lap 2. He had a great running for almost top 3. Coming to 4 laps to go. Zachary Trevino has been cutting down that gap, but at this point, it might not be enough. Unless if a late race caution does come out. See Jackson
Rico
Brown.
gaining.
Sorry.
You're good. Rico is definitely gaining on Hector here by a couple tenths, but it's not enough to contend here for the white flag.
Yeah, as we have a small little battle here, Jackson Brown. Not sure if it's a great battle. It could cause a caution. Let's go. Let's focus back on the leader here. He's catching up to Michael Dyke. I feel like Michael Dyke should move out the way soon. Coming to 3 to go. Lap 48 out of 50.
As Hector is going to make a pass on one of the lap cars, Michael.
It's been a great race. Lots of strategy. Coming to 2 to go. Hector Collazo, our leader. And I think he's actually been maintaining this gap now between Zachary Trevino. And even if he is, he's so far ahead.
Yeah, Hector has pulled away by 3 seconds. Once again, he has definitely been the most dominant person here at Indianapolis. Um, it's a very unfortunate situation that Zachary Trevino has had to pit so many times compared to everybody else.
Yeah, he definitely put himself at a disadvantage there. I'm not sure why he did that. We'll see here after the race. We could ask him some questions. Peter Hoppy actually has had a great running all race. He's been in the top 3 most of the race. But Bobby Helms currently in 6th. I think some pit strategy has ruined him as Hector Collazo takes that white flag into turn 1. Final lap here. Entering the short chute. He's taking it nice and slow. He does not want to wreck this race car. He wants to win this race. Coming down the backstretch. I think he tapped that wall a bit, but that's no problem. A bit of time loss is no problem as he's actually gaining time off Zachary Trevino. Hector Collazo out of 3 into the short chute for the final time. Entering 4 for the final time. Exiting 4. On the front stretch all the way to the inside. Hector Collazo will be our Cup Classic Indianapolis winner.
Good win by Hector here. He has dominated the field here at Indianapolis. Congratulations on the win, Hector. I really want to see him burn some rubber here.
Yeah, wow, he dominated this race, like qualifying 2nd, I believe, and just led almost every single lap. He knows how that race car drives on the track, bringing it home for his team. Let's see him burn it down.
Let's try to bring some people here into the booth, shall we?
Yeah,
you want to bring in
let's wait until we get our race winner after he burns some rubber. Could talk about him for a bit. He's coming to the bricks. Hector has finished burning it down. Let's see if we're able to talk to him. Hector Collazo. Wow, you put on a dominating performance today. That was great. Who do you like to thank, first of all, actually?
I'd like to thank my 50-50 racing teammates, Bobby, Zach, Peter, they were giving good strategies all race, and yeah, they were crashing out a lot because they got very unlucky, especially Zach and Bobby, who got penalties. But yeah, besides that, yeah, very good race that we ran today. Got a 1-2-3 for 50-50, so solid points for the team. So yeah, hope we're all happy.
Yeah, that was great. Well, I would like to say you definitely had the best pit strategies, and you thanked your team for that. But like, how much did you think about your tires there? I could see tires were a big part in that entire race.
Yeah, I was saving the whole race. I mean, because like if you were to push maybe 2 laps that whole entire race, and on like maybe mid-run, your tires would be absolutely gone. Like you could not save them at all. So yeah, definitely tires were a big uh, factor. Just saving them the whole time was probably our biggest strategy. So we didn't, end up all the way back there.
Yeah. Great win. Thanks for talking to us and enjoy it and kiss the bricks.
Yep, Hawk Tua.
And we got our second place finisher here, Zachary Trevino. Zachary Trevino, second place here. Great, well, actually, unfortunate start here, but it was able to salvage it back. What was running through your mind?
The owner doesn't know how to get race officials, which fucked me. So
Sorry about the language there. Well,
Quick question on your penalties. What happened there at the start of the race? Did you accidentally jump the start?
yeah, at the start I accidentally jumped, but my second penalty should have never even happened. It was not even.
What
It
was your second
complete-
penalty on?
for passing under yellow, and then the lapped car was all the way back there. He should have just towed. So I got screwed out of that.
I don't understand why the race officials didn't just let you not have that penalty because of the issue there with the.
Because there's no race officials. Because Chase doesn't want to get race officials for his league.
well, you're able to salvage it back to second. Who do you like to thank for at least helping you try to salvage it back?
I want to thank my teammates Hector and Peter and Bobby and Shed for being horrible at racing.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen his flip yet, but he had a tremendous hit. He hit that inside barrier, landed on the outside barrier, and then landed on the inside one again. So,
On his roof.
yeah,
Yes.
he might be getting a penalty for that. Oh yeah, and also I want to ask you, Michael Dyke, he made a pretty crazy move there. I don't know if you saw, but like when he was pitting in front of you, he almost lost it in front of you.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing there. He should have warned me that he was pitting in. He didn't come over the radio and say anything or type in chat, so I had no idea he was pitting.
Yeah, that was not really a smart move by him. Thank you, and great race out there. As we got Bobby Helms here. Bobby Helms, great racing. Not the finish you were looking for, but what was going through your mind during that race?
Well, boring track, boring race. There's no passing, and apparently speeding by 3 miles per hour gives me a 40-second advantage because that's fair. So, and then Chad wrecks himself twice on purpose. So whatever. I
Yeah.
released him. So.
I could see that he was definitely a reason for like half of the cautions there. Who would you like to think? Think?
Oh, buddy,
Nobody?
this track sucks, dude. This is not even fun at all, but it's whatever. All the boring tracks are at the beginning of the season, so I have Talladega and Kansas next 2 weeks, so I can go win both.
Well, thanks for racing, and thanks for coming here.
Yep, thank you.
And we're gonna get our last person here, Peter Hoppy Jr. Peter Hoppy Jr. Third place finish, I believe. Pretty good running for you. Top 3 all day. What was going through your mind?
Oh, I wasn't expecting to have the pace that I did. I wasn't that fast in practice, and qualifying came around, and I guess some people just didn't have a good qualifying lap and started P3. I think that was pretty good. Wanted to work with all my teammates there, Trevino and Hector and Bobby, but don't know what happened to Trevino on the start there. I guess he jumped the start.
Yeah, he
But-
told us.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, he got a jumping start, and then his second one was a passing under yellow.
Ooh, yeah. Hey, I mean, Auto Club all over again for that guy. But he rallied back and got P2. I mean, I let him by for that. I wasn't gonna fight him. He was way faster than me, and I just wanted consistent points today, and that's what I got.
Well, we could clearly tell, like on lap 10, it clicked in for you to cars.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I just started following Hector around. I think he was saving, he said, but I just found my groove and started going. That restart on older tires kind of messed me up. I wasn't expecting it.
Larson, what you gotta say?
Congratulations, Hector, on that podium finish. Who would you like
Hector?
to
Oh.
thank? Oh, my bad, Peter. Sorry about that.
Hey, it's better than Patrick. I'd like to thank, the guys at 50/50 Racing, giving me a chance to prove to them what I got. My teammates, Trevino, Hector, Bobby Helms, team owner Chase George. It's been pretty good second season for me. So coming back and hopefully I can make a run for the championship this year.
Yeah, that was a great race. Thanks for coming here, and we wish you luck next race, Peter.
Why, thank you.
Do we
And
have
that's
time for one more? I would love to get Chad on here
all right. Let's
after having both the wrecks of this.
let's quickly get him. Chad Tubala, DNF. What do you have to say about those flips?
I thought I heard the tires tread, and I'm kind of used to like kind of grippy cars. Well, not really grippy, but like not too grippy cars. So I kind of like, whipped it. And I guess I kind of the tires ran out pretty easily here. So I thought it would not barely do anything I could, but it looks like it didn't, and yeah, that wasn't good.
Well, yeah, that's all we have to say. We just want to know about that flip.
Okay.
Yeah, at least
Just to
the
make sure that
force
you're all right.
feedback didn't break your arms, mate.
No, I'm not. I don't have, bro.
All right, that's Chad Tubala, DNFing on like lap 20 after a big flip. Let's go through our final grid results, and then we're gonna go offline. So our winner here, Hector Collazo, Toyota 50/50 Racing. Zachary Trevino in second, also 50/50 Racing. Peter Hoppy, 50/50 Racing. Top three for 50/50 Racing. Great finishing tonight. Fourth, Nicholas Johnson. Came out of nowhere. He was running kind of in the back all race. Came back. Jackson Brown in fifth. Bobby Helms in sixth. Michael Dyke in seventh. Maxwell Funderburg in eighth. Brian Shore in ninth. Riley Ibanez in 10th. Chad Tubala in 11th. And Rex Rowe 12th. And that, Larson, got anything to add?
It was kind of an expecting race. I mean, everybody was kind of running their own race. I mean, not too many battles. No passes for the win. Just to lead the lap, really. All in all, it was a pretty good race. Congratulations to Hector for destroying his competition, and Peter Hoppy definitely showing you that he is coming for the championship. And Trevino, very unfortunate race for him.
Yeah, he could have gotten that win. This playoff standings is gonna be completely different. I think we should watch out for Peter and Hector now, maybe, for the playoffs. Well, there's nothing much left to say, so thank you for watching. I'm Kian. That's Larson, and signing off.